here, and I am here to talk to you about what has been going on in the past few days in New York against Donald Trump and what has been happening with Speaker Johnson. So, all right. I've been seeing what's been happening right now with Cobra Cast, with Drunken Sailor. Been looking on Twitter, what has been happening, what I've been reading articles on, especially the Truth Social, with Fox, American News Net, Real American Voice, Newsmax. I've been seeing it all, man, and it's just unbelievable at what corruption is done to this country. So, let us get started. So let me pop myself into Twitter real quick. Just got to shrink myself down so that we can really get into business. All right, let me just minimize and then do a little more minimizing here. Right about here should be good. All right. So, I hope everyone is having a good morning today. So, let's see. All right. Let's get down. Let's go look for what I found in Trump's thing. Let's see here. All right. Bookmarks. Here we go. Yeah, this one I just saw yesterday, which we will look at. All right. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to keep scrolling down and just start off what I've read. Yeah, man, things have been going real hectic over there in New York, bro. Especially this corrupted judge, man. And it's just unbelievable what they have done to our country, but what corruption is doing, man. And it's under Joe Biden's lead, man. It's under Joe Biden's orders. Well, it's not under Joe Biden, actually. It's under the far left's orders because Joe Biden can't possibly do shit. He can't do nothing, dude. All right, let me no, dude's got it. No, come on. Yeah, it's just trying to get this. All right, I think that's it right here. Right, I think I'm done. Yeah, I already got up to this. All right, right here. All right, I'm gonna start with him, with Terrence K. Williams, man, who I'm gonna shout out because he got this and everything, and he shows that one merchant, he is the judge that's that's doing the case for Donald Trump. And he has he has made not only a gag order, but he's told Donald Trump that he cannot miss a case. He cannot miss it because even if his son is graduating, he cannot miss this. If he misses it, he is going to arrest Donald Trump. Well, you know what I think of that? I think it's fucking bullshit. How are you gonna make this guy miss his own son's graduation? That's just so wrong, dude. And this guy Terrence, let's listen to what he's got to say, man. I want to listen to him out, man. So let's go.
This freaking judge, this piece of shit of a judge, will not let President Trump go to his own son's graduation. Excuse my language, but you have to be a fucked up individual to stop a man from attending his son's graduation. You think you hurting Trump? No, you are hurting his son. That man needs his father at his graduation. He wants his father to be there. But you think you hurting Donald Trump when you really hurting a child. You hurting this little boy who needs his father. stupid ass court case is not even important at all. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
And then the judge wants Trump to be in the court. He wants Trump to be in court every damn day. And if he's not, he's going to jail. That's a bunch of bullshit, y'all. And not only that, Judge Juan, his daughter, worked for Kamala Harris. She worked for Kamala Harris's campaign. These are facts, people. What did Trump do so bad that he is not allowed to go to his son's graduation? What did he do? This case is full of... I don't even want to talk about the case because it's a nothing. It's all bull. It's all BS. This is not about Trump doing something wrong. This is not about Trump. This is all about trying to slow him down. This is all about trying to...
This is an election interference. That's what it is. And he's right. This is all about election interference. That's all it is. That is all it is. You know, because they can't stop him. Trump is winning in every single state. In almost every single state, Trump has triumphed. He has triumphed. And now, after every case, look what happened to Fani Willis. She's out of the thing. Look what's going on with Leslie James. She's out of it. They are trying their hardest to get this man. They're trying to take this man down, bro. It's so funny what corruption does, man. I mean, you got violent activities happening in the streets of New York. They're more worried about taking down Trump than taking care of their own city. But let's continue on, shall we?
Trying to interfere with this election. No, they're not trying to. They are interfering with the election. Right now. They're doing anything possible to hurt this man. Anything possible. Can't go to his son's graduation. Can't do this, can't do that. He can't talk. Trump can't talk or he go to jail. Trump can't do this or he go to jail. Trump can't blink or he go to jail. Trump can't eat or he go to jail. This is straight up political. This is not about Trump committing crimes. This is not about Trump doing anything wrong. This is straight up political. And this is why I keep saying.
I guarantee you, I will guarantee this. If, let's just say, for the act of God, in November, if somehow the far left try to cheat again in the election, I guarantee you 100%, if Donald Trump loses, nothing's going to happen to him. I guarantee it. I guarantee you that Trump will not get arrested if he doesn't get elected as president. I guarantee it. Guarantee it 100%. I guarantee it 100% that if Donald Trump does not win in November's election because the far left will cheat their way to victory, Trump will not get arrested. I guarantee it. I just guarantee it.
We cannot play nice with people who are playing dirty. We cannot play by the rules when these people play dirty to win. And we absolutely cannot play by the rules anymore. They have crossed every fucking line possible. Every line they have crossed. They have crossed every boundary. There's no going back. And that's why I'm calling on all these Republicans to step the hell up. I don't give a shit if you don't have anything on these Democrats. I don't care what you have on them or not. I don't care if you have evidence or not. Go after them. That's what they do to us. They go after us with no evidence. They go after us when they go after Trump and other people who haven't done anything but fight for this country and try to put America first. They go after people simply for that. So we need to step up and we need to go after all of them. Go after Alvin Bragg. Go after Fannie Willis. Go after these people. Dig stuff on them. Dig up stuff on them. Make shit up. I don't give a damn. That's what they do to us. Let's play this. Let's play the same game. Let's play the same game. They don't care. They don't care if there's evidence. They don't care if Trump did anything wrong or not. All they care about is making him look like a horrible person. And we need to do the same to them. I don't want to be a politician. But if I was in office, oh shit, they wouldn't like me. Oh, they would not like me. Because I would do the same thing they're doing. Anyways, y'all, this is insane. I don't care what side you on. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. We got to get this country back. Because the people that's running this country and doing this shit, they are going to do this to everybody who voted for Trump if Trump don't win. I'm telling you that right now.
This, like I said, bro, this is becoming more and more chaotic, bro, with corruption, bro. And what he said about the Republican Party, but what are they going to do? The Republican Party is fighting against each other. Some of them believe, there are others that believe in Mike Johnson's work, that what he's doing. And there are some who are really fighting that don't. Because Mike Johnson, I don't want to get started with Mike Johnson, but I want to discuss Trump first. But I will get to Mike Johnson. I promise you that. I'm going to get to his ass. Because Mike Johnson, I knew from day one, he wasn't the man for the job. It should have been Jim Jordan. It should have been him. It should have been Jim Jordan. But let's move on. First off, let me see if I'm following. Yeah, I'm not following this guy. I got to follow him. Yeah, I'm following this guy, bro. Because I like him. He's good. But let me see. Let me go to YouTube for a minute and find him. I'm going to go to YouTube and find him. So, let me see here, bro. All right, let me see here. All right. Let me get on YouTube for a minute. Terrence K. Williams. There we go. Terrence K. Williams. There he is. All right. There. I've subscribed to your channel. So, Terrence, if you're listening to this, bro, I've subscribed to your channel, man. Because I like you, dude. I like you. All right. So, let's scroll up, shall we? All right. This is their son. This is Trump's son, Barron, who's like taller than Trump. And I hear that he's like 8 foot tall. Close, a little over the size of Chewbacca, of Peter Mayhew, man. Man, dude, he is tall. All right. There he is again. So here it is. So right now the judge, Merchant, tells Trump he will go to jail if he misses a day of court. Just one day. If he misses a single day of it. A single day. It's just ridiculous, bro. This political attack that's being called a trial could last for months, forcing Trump off the campaign trail. Trump is going to do everything in his power to make sure that does not happen, bro. Alina Habba's got a lot of work, But the problem is, bro, that what I've been listening, especially on Benny Johnson on his videos, he's talked to Lena Hababa, man, and and I tell you, I don't know what this judge is doing, man. Well, I know what the judge is doing. They're not making this fair because this judge, he wants anti-Trump haters as jurors instead of he doesn't want to make it fair, a fair trial. There should be people that support Trump, and there should be people that don't support Trump in that case, so they can learn. Both of them can learn the actual truth of what has been going on. But no, the judge just wants everyone to be anti-Trump. So they want, and it's just plain bullshit. All right, give me a minute. I'll be right back. I think that's my dogs wanting to come inside. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me just. All right, I'm back. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So it's like I said, dude. This guy, this corrupt judge, what he wants to do is, man, he wants to take down Trump, man. And he's been hired by the far left. The judge, the corruption, the corrupt DAs, they all been hired to take down Donald Trump, bro. And it's ridiculous. This is all about election interference. That's what it is. It's election interference, and it's just unfair. Oh. All right, let me go back. There we go. All right. And you can see on his face, bro, that they can't stop him, bro. Trump is going to keep going with this. All right, so let's see. I got this from Dr. Maga from her account. So let's see what she's got to say.
Here's my plan to dismantle the deep state and reclaim our democracy from Washington corruption once and for all. And corruption it is. First, I will immediately reissue my 2020 executive order restoring the president's authority to remove rogue bureaucrats, and I will wield that power very aggressively. Second, we will clean out all of the corrupt actors in our national security and intelligence apparatus, and there are plenty of them. The departments and agencies that have been weaponized will be completely overhauled so that faceless bureaucrats will never again be able to target and persecute conservatives, Christians, or the left's political enemies, which they're doing now at a level that nobody can believe even possible. Third, we will totally reform FISA courts, which are so corrupt that the judges seemingly do not care when they are lied to in warrant applications. So many judges have seen so many applications that they know were wrong, or at least they must have known. They do nothing about it. They're lied to. Fourth, to expose the hoaxes and abuses of power that have been tearing our country apart, we will establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to declassify and publish all documents on deep state spying, censorship, and corruption, and there are plenty of them. Fifth, we will launch a major crackdown on government leakers who collude with the fake news to deliberately weave false narratives and to subvert our government and our democracy. When possible, we will press criminal charges. Sixth, we will make every Inspector General's office independent and physically separated from the departments they oversee, so they do not become the protectors of the deep state. Seventh, I will ask Congress to establish an independent auditing system to continually monitor our intelligence agencies to ensure they are not spying on our citizens or running disinformation campaigns against the American people, or that they are not spying on someone's campaign like they spied on my campaign. Eighth, we will continue the effort launched by the Trump administration to move parts of the sprawling federal bureaucracy to new locations outside the Washington swamp. Just as I moved the Bureau of Land Management to Colorado, as many as 100,000 government positions could be moved out, and I mean immediately, of Washington to places filled with patriots who love America, and they really do love America. Ninth, I will work to ban federal bureaucrats from taking jobs at the companies they deal with and that they regulate. So they deal with these companies and they regulate these companies, and then they want to take jobs from these companies. Doesn't work that way. Such a public display cannot go on, and it's taking place all the time, like with Big Pharma. Finally, I will push a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on members of Congress. This is how I will shatter the deep state and restore government that is controlled by the people and for the people. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that goes to tell you, man. I mean, but he's got 4 years. That's the thing. Trump's got a lot of work to do for 4 years, man. And that's going to be a lot. That's going to be a lot to burden with him, bro. So let's see. All right. Now, this is what he talked about when he was getting out, when he just left out of the courtroom. All right. Let's just go with what he said.
This is an assault on America. Nothing like this has ever happened before. There's never been anything like it. Every legal scholar said this case is nonsense. It should never have been brought. It doesn't deserve anything like this. There is no case, and they've said it. People that don't necessarily follow or like Donald Trump said this is an outrage that this case was brought. This is political persecution. This is a persecution like never before. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And again, it's a case that should have never been brought. It's an assault on America. And that's why I'm very proud to be here. This is an assault on our country. And it's a country that's failing. It's a country that's run by an incompetent man who's very much involved in this case. This is really an attack on a political opponent. That's all it is. So I'm very honored to be here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's all it is. This is just an election interference. All right. Now, after he left the courthouse, he decided to do this, bro. He decided to go to Harlem. So let's hear it.
We're going to be saving America. Our country is under siege. And take a look at Israel.
See, you hear people singing the National Banner, the Star Spangled Banner, for Christ's sake, man. These are people that want Trump. Even the people of New York. Even the people of New York love this man. This guy, I mean, I don't know what is going on, man. They really want to get rid of this guy. He's leading in the polls. This guy is very popular. He created his own empire, bro. See, look. People say 4 more years, 4 more years, you know. All right, now look at this. Now this guy is a Trump impersonator. Jay Hahn's got this. This is funny as hell, bro. So let's, here we go. Watch, look at this. Check this out, dude.
You look at these guys, they're doing a terrific job outside of courthouse, keeping me very protected, self-protected from the haters and losers. And look at the fake news meeting. There she is. Look at that. Thank you, sir. We do so well with the African-American law and order, right? Great guy, terrific, unbelievable. And the white law and order. Come here, white law and order. We love you too, right? Unbelievable. Make cops great again, okay?
It's funny, bro. It is really funny. All right. But it's great, you know. All right. Now, let's see. This is him continuing on Harlem. You know. Let me get back here real quick. And, all right, here we go. All right. Let's.
Can we get a photo? Come on, get over here. We'll get a photo. Get in there.
Bro, even cops in New York. Even cops in New York want a photo with him, bro. This is a guy that cares about our country. This is a guy that wants peace around the world. We had peace for 4 years. For 4 years, we had peace. I'll take it. I'm going to take it back 3 years because in the 4th year, COVID struck because of China, and not only that, you had violent crimes hitting all over the blue states. Yes, I say blue states. It happened only on the blue states, man. And it's terrible. Trump wanted to bring National Guard in there to try to maintain control of these states. And all these Democratic states, they didn't want that. They didn't want it. You know? It's so stupid, bro. The far left is wrong, and they have corruption. All right, Trump is in Harlem, and this is from Alex, and he's talking, and he's got this. So I'm trying to get bits and pieces of everything that has been said here. So let's.
What do you think about the journey so far, Mr. President?
See, look at that. He's hearing that we want Trump, and the reporters are trying to talk with him. This is corruption, man. All right, Benny Johnson got this right here. Trump leaves black supporters in Harlem with inspiring message after making surprise visit to Bodega. So let's hear what he says.
President Trump, what are the first things you're going to do when you take office to address the inner cities of America and give them hope to restore the American dream? Atlanta, New York, Philly, Chicago, D.C.
We're going to come in, and number one, you have to stop crime, and we're going to let the police do their job. They have to be given back their authority. They have to be able to do their job, and we're going to come into New York. We're making a big play for New York. Other cities do, but this city, I love this city, and it's gone so bad in the last 4 years, and we're going to straighten New York out. So, running for president, we're putting a lot for New York. If you have the migrants, they want Trump. This man. They take over everything. It's no good. And you know what they've done? They've destroyed so many people. The African American community now is not getting jobs. Migrants are taking their jobs that are here illegally. Hispanics are not getting jobs. Migrants are taking the jobs. If you look at the unemployment is good for migrants now. It went up 10%, all migrants. And they're in our country. Now they're coming from prisons. I don't know if you know. They come from mental institutions. They come from prisons. They come from places you don't want to know about. They're coming from jails and prisons, mental institutions, and insane asylums. And you have massive numbers of terrorists coming into our country, all because of Biden. And by the way, this trial that I have now, that's a Biden trial. They want to keep me off the campaign trail. But based on what I'm doing, I think there's more press here than there is if I went out to see
The police have to be able to do their job. The police in New York are great. They have to be able to do their job. They have to protect these people. Because I just met, look at this young man, and he's got his son who looks like he's a movie star. He's much better looking than the father, and the father looks good. And you know what? He says he's robbed all the time. I said, how you doing? He said, well, we're robbed all the time. It's a beautiful place. He's robbed all the time. Nobody's ever said it's Alvin Bragg's fault. Yeah. Alvin Bragg does nothing. He goes after guys like Trump who did nothing wrong. Violent criminals, murderers. They know there are hundreds of murderers all over the city. They know who they are and they don't pick them up. They go after Trump.
Sorry.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just plain bullshit, dude. There is so much corruption, and it's unbelievable. Yeah, Benny Johnson got this, but this was years ago when he left out of fake news, man. And I'm shouting out to him because I like him. Yeah, I already got this one. 4 more years. Yeah. Yeah. All right,
So our system here is broken. Trump is pulling up in the motorcade right now. We're going to try to get this shot. He's coming down the hill here right from court in Lower Manhattan. And there's an extensive motorcade here. And people are cheering, lining the streets. You know, when Trump first took office, you wouldn't hear these cheers up in the inner cities of America. And there is raucous applause and cheering all over the place. I think these people are desperate for a change. I believe there will be a sea change in the minority vote coming November. I don't know how much, but everywhere I go.
Imagine if New York became a red state, bro. If New York became a red state, it could change things. Imagine, even if California. Never know, man. You never know. We're 7 months away, and we're getting this kind of shit already, dude. So right now, we got 7 months to go in November. But let's keep watching.
And pastors I interview, like the great Ben Bergquam, they are reaching out for help that the Democrats' policies have abandoned our inner cities. And if I get a chance to question Trump, I'm going to ask him, what is he going to do to restore the American dream and middle-class prosperity in the inner cities? So these people can own and run businesses and have opportunities instead of being dependent on the state, whose services are getting taken away by 170,000 illegals in New York. Here comes Jason Miller and the crew of the Trump team. And, wow, people are chanting USA here.
There he is.
Pretty incredible. Here's Donald Trump walking in.
See, look at that. He won't welcome me.
What a round of applause for the former
They
president.
love him.
Long day. It's unbelievable. I'm going to try to pop in a question for him when he comes out. Wow. He's heading into the bodega. They're chanting 4 more years on the ground here in West Harlem. Who would ever think that Trump would have chance in the inner city of the upper Manhattan area of Harlem, which leads into Washington Heights. And there's a lot of crime around here. The subway line, the N train just south of here is the most dangerous subway in New York City.
What's up,
subway
Miller?
line. The north
Yeah,
end of
man,
Central
it's
Park,
9
very
a.m., bro.
dangerous.
I'm looking
So
at
Trump's
everything
coming
with
back
you,
to greet the crowd,
Benny Johnson,
walking into the store
Terrence K.
with his
You know,
entourage, the
I've been
Secret
looking at
Service.
everything that's been happening.
And we
for the
expect
few
him out
days,
shortly,
and
man.
I'm trying to combine it all together, bro. Especially with Mike Johnson, which I will be talking about later, bro. But yes. Don't worry, I'm on track on what's going on, bro. I've been looking up what's been going on. So, I mean, but yeah, man, this has gone on long enough, bro. This has gone way too far. Yeah. Look at this, man. I mean, the man has been loved. He's been blessed. He's being blessed. All right. I don't know if you saw this one. I got this from Amin, Therefore I Am. And this is from the California Senate State. So I'm going to show this and read it, and then we're going to look at the video. Says here, all right. California Senate Democrats rejected bill to make purchasing 16 to 17-year-olds for sex a felony. Democrats rejected bill authorized by Senator Shannon Grove to make the buying of children for sex a prison felony and hijacked her bill forcing hostile amendments by denying Grove's efforts to protect 16 and 17-year-old children from being purchased as part of a commercial sex trafficking. Under the amended bill now, solicitation of 16 and 17-year-olds will remain a misdemeanor, punishable by as little as 2 days in jail or up to $10,000 fine. Grove's bill would make solicitation, attempting to engage or engaging in sex with a minor for money or felon with a prison sentence ranging from 2 to 4 years, a fine not exceeding $25,000, and registration as a sex offender. The bill would punish all those who solicitate from a child regardless of whether or not the person knew or reasonably should have known that the person solicited was a minor. See, this is just this is just unbelievable, dude. So let's hear what she's got to say, bro. Let me just rewind and go.
Most of these people standing behind me are survivors that were brutally attacked by their buyers. They're the ones that came to us and said, address the buyer situation.
Oh, I do agree about Mike Johnson.
We did that.
He does need to be out of
The committee
speaker.
forced
I do
amendments
agree.
on us.
I knew from day one.
Forced amendments
Day
on
one,
my
I
bill
did not trust Mike
that,
Johnson.
I declined to accept.
It should have been Jim Jordan.
It only lessens the
It should have
impact
been
that we
him.
Go after. They want to exclude 16, 17 years old. They want to exclude them.
That's why the Republican Party is broken,
Most of these
dude.
people standing behind me are survivors that were brutally.
That's why this corrupt the system, the Republican Party is scattered. It's separated. And it's just unbelievable, dude. All right. See, there's Javier Milei. He's from, man, it's just becoming so chaotic. All right, this one I just got from Steve. All right, so let's, right, okay. Trying to get, yeah, because I have it in a small box. I'm trying to lower it very good. All right, here we go. I know. Exactly. That's like I said. The Republican Party is scattered. It's mixed. There's 3 different classes in there. You got Republicans. You got people that are they're Democrats disguised as Republicans. And you got, what was that other term that I have, bro? Damn it. I forgot that other term. I'm just getting tired of the Republican Party, bro. They if you listen to James K earlier for what he said about the judge, yeah, the Republican Party needs to step up, man. But what are they going to step up? Because they don't want Donald Trump. They hate Donald Trump. Most of the Republican Party hate Donald, man. So even if Donald Trump gets back in office, he's got to fight another battle. He's got to fight the Republicans, the Democrats, and the Republicans. So it's chaotic. And he's got to do all this in 4 years. 4 years. That's why it's important that Trump gets the right VP to take over for 8 years. It's very important. And we need a miracle out of this. A miracle. All right, so let's read what Trump had to say about Jimmy Kimmel. All right. Stupid Jimmy Kimmel, who still hasn't recovered from his horrendous performance and big ratings drop as host of the Academy Awards, especially when he showed he suffered from TDS, which is Trump deranged syndrome, to the entire world by reading on air at My Truth about how bad a job he was doing that night. It was a setup for him. Jimmy Kimmel's a damn idiot, dude. I don't watch these late night shows anymore, man. It's just stupid, bro. Right before he stumbled through a pronouncing the biggest award of all, Picture of the Year, it was a classic choke. One of the biggest ever in show business, and to top it off, he forgot and say the famous and mandatory line, and the winner is, instead he stammered around as he opened the envelope. Suppose his wife and even management begged him not to do it. Don't read his truth. Jimmy, please don't do this, they said. He was made to look like a fool, which he is, and this, at the same time go down in television history as the worst host ever. Yeah, he's stupid, bro. Jimmy Kimmel's a damn idiot. And it's sad. Very damn sad. All right. Yeah, I like this poster. Trump is right about everything. Now, here is the part that we're getting to now with Mike Johnson. And this is your post, buddy. This is your post. And this is from Mario Nawfal that you reposted. Republicans in the U.S. House announced a massive $61 billion military aid package for Ukraine and braced for a battle with their far-right members. The package also includes over $26 billion for Israel and $8 billion for Taiwan. Speaker Johnson, a vote will be held on Saturday. Look at this, bro. He wants to give away money to other countries instead of helping this country. I mean, ask yourself this question. You know the answer. Do other countries help us? No, they don't. Ukraine, Russia, Taiwan, China, Israel, Iran, they don't help us. They don't help us out if we're in peril. They don't give us money if we need it. They don't. That's why there's so much. It is just fucking. I hate this. See, look at this. Ukraine, $60.84 billion. Israel, $26.38 billion. The Indo-Pacific, $8.12 billion. What the hell is he doing? Mike Johnson has forgot that man, he's got to go, bro. He has got to go. I like this poster that what they did, bro. What Bugle Daily did for Trump. I like this poster, and you know, I kept it because it's pretty good, and that's what Jeremy from D-Day Cobra has been saying, man. Like in 2016, it was a new hope because of Trump, and then of course with Joe Biden, it's the Empire Strikes Back. And then Trump will be back as president in office in 2024. I got a good heart feeling, bro. This trial is not gonna last. I know for a fact that we're gonna be impeached, bro. Kari Lake put out this advertisement ad. I don't know if you saw it already, but it's pretty good. I know it's a good ad. Let's watch it again, shall we? Let's watch it for the hell of it.
Ruben Gallego doesn't care that you and your family are struggling to make ends meet. He supports Joe Biden's proposed $5 trillion tax hike, and Ruben supports a bill that would tack on nearly another $1 to our already high gas prices. Joe Biden destroyed our economy, and Ruben Gallego is nothing but a rubber stamp for his disastrous Bidenomics. Arizona can't afford radical Ruben Gallego. Kari Lake opposes tax hikes. She will make Arizona safe, secure, and affordable again.
I'm Kari Lake, and I approve this message.
Ruben Gallego doesn't care.
Man. She's awesome, bro. Kari Lake is awesome. She probably would make if it was decided, she would make good VP, bro. She could make a good VP. But all right, this is my favorite right here, bro. Did you see this, bro? Tell me if you saw this. This is my favorite. Now, you notice, let me pause this. You recognize this piece, right? Do you recognize this? This is where these people put it, that Black Lives Matter thing, Street, right? This is my favorite. I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean about Kari Lake. Yeah, and look what they did. They put that flag, they put that sign right on top of it, bro. That's the best part. I love it. I love it. That's why we need him, bro. We need Trump. New York is waking up to this shit. I just hope to God. Imagine if New York became a red state. You imagine that? That'd be history in the making. Who knows? California may do the same, but I doubt it. But New York, that's smart. It is, man. Look at that. They're walking around with the flag, dude.
The guy with the camo hat. You guys know where you're going? Times Square.
Blue! Back up, blue! Back up, blue!
Thank you.
Blue streets! Our streets!
4 years! 4 years! 4 more years, America! 4 more years! 4 more years!
Yeah, man. This is people that New York is waking up to this matter, man. We need Donald Trump. We need him back, bro.
God bless Trump. No communists in the White House.
Gay people for Trump. Gay people for Trump. Fuck the communists. No communists.
Yeah, you might have someone to really make. Yeah, you know what to do?
Whose streets? Whose streets?
Our streets!
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 Yeah, man. I mean, this.
Socialism is the gateway to communism! See it, see it! See it, see it!
Man, I tell you, bro. This is important, man. November is important right now, and we need a miracle. We need a miracle. We need a damn miracle if we can get if Trump gets in that office, bro. All right. Now I did see this. And this is an interview.
I was there.
All right. Now this one, I don't know if you saw this. I'm sure you did. Benny Johnson talked to this guy, Kash Patel. Then he was one of the reserves, and he was there during January 6th's debacle, and it's just terrible. But let's hear it out. Let's hear what he's got to say about it.
Days before, I was there in the Oval Office, days before January 6th, when the president executed his authority to authorize the National Guard. And we've covered that. He cannot order them. He cannot hijack the military and order them deployed domestically. After President Trump's authorization, we immediately sent the Secretary of the Army, who is responsible for the National Guard writ large, to Mayor Bowser and the Capitol Police, controlled by then Speaker Pelosi, because as the governing authorities of the Washington District area, they have to make a National Guard request pursuant to a presidential authorization before the military can go ahead and deploy National Guard troops across anywhere in America. I was there in the Oval Office days before January 6th when the president executed.
And what they do is they just blame it on Trump, and they blame Trump that he didn't do nothing. We all know what he did. We know that he did. He wanted it to happen, just like what happened in Seattle. But the Seattle mayor, she didn't want nothing to be done. It's just plain bullshit, dude. Yeah, this is another one that I got, but I got it late from Mike Johnson, what he's not doing. Yeah, man, it's just way too far. Yeah, I know. And I got you right here, Drunken. I got you right here. So let's listen to this. All right.
Hey, fuck Israel, fuck Ukraine, fuck Taiwan, fuck everything else. If it's not here in America, fuck it all. I don't give a fuck how you feel. If you for Israel, you would do take your ass over there and fight for it.
Well said, man. Well
Gaza and all this other bullshit, take your ass over there and fight. Ukraine and Russia, take your ass over there and fight for it. Get your passport, get a plane ticket, and you go fight over there. In the meantime, America needs help. America needs all support to get. America needs her border closed.
I know. Of course not.
Fucking criminals deported. We need to fix the inflation. Stop printing out money. Giving out money everywhere. Fucking people can't afford shit. We need
those
to
that vote, the people that voted for Joe Biden, they should be the ones to go out there first.
Overseas.
They should be the ones to go out there and help those countries and fight.
Fuck Taiwan.
They should be the ones to do that, not us.
It's not here in America. No. Fuck it all. I don't give a fuck how you feel. If you for it,
it's just plain stupidity, bro. I like this poster, man. I love this poster. Fuck this government. I love these posters, man. Yeah, this was 11 hours ago. Let me listen to this. This was 11 hours ago. So let's...
So, the big play for New York. Other cities too, but this city. I love this city.
Yeah, I know.
It's gone so
I know, man.
I
hear you, man.
3 years, 4 years.
I know.
This
has gone way too far.
Running for president.
This has gone way too far of what has been happening in our country,
I think we can win New York. We're making a big play for New York. Other cities too, but this city.
Think about this. Now, I got this last night. You probably saw this. Got this last night. And I want to, and this guy, Stephen Smith, he says things truthfully. Well, we know that he's just fucking around. We know that what he's gonna do is he's not gonna be a man to vote for Trump. He's gonna vote for Joe Biden. Let's see.
It's much ado about nothing. To my liberal friends out there, all you're doing is showing that you're scared you can't beat them on the issues and the merits. That's why he keeps saying It's a political campaign against me. That's why he keeps saying they can't beat me at the election, at the polls. This is the only way they could do it. And if you don't put him in jail, and he still goes from being the presumptive GOP nominee to the official GOP nominee, and he goes to the polls, even though he was going to whine about winning and being rigged again, you have given more fodder to that argument, which means we'll never have peace in this country, because tens of millions of people see what extent the other side is willing to go through just to keep him out of office, because they can't beat him on their own merits.
So be a man.
And they're going to say,
be a fucking man, Steven, and vote for Trump.
You trump this up against him again.
Be a fucking man, dude.
And we'll have no peace. When all you got to do
Stop
is
putting
figure
stuff
out a way
like this
to
in
beat
your
him
fucking ads, bro.
on the issues. But you haven't been able to do it. What a damn shame. I was only joking when I said on First Take this morning I'm considering voting for a third party, because that would throw away my vote. But I do mean it when I say this. If I did it, which I won't, but if I did it, you deserve it. You can't beat them. Everything you do shows me you can't beat them. It's a damn shame.
I know. He is a coward. He's weak.
Really is. It's embarrassing.
What he does is he uses this kind of thing to get his channel to grow. He uses this to get this channel to grow, but in the end, he's not going to do nothing. He's not going to vote right. He's not going to do it. He's just nothing but a coward. But he says good points about it. He says good points, but he's got to get out there and vote, man. All right. See, this is another one that Johnny Maga got. I want to see this. I want to listen to this part.
Hello, everybody. You know, this gentleman is doing a fantastic job. The people of Poland love him. They really do. They really love you. And that's not an easy thing to accomplish, but he's done a fantastic job, and he's my friend. And we had 4 great years together. 4 great years. So that's true. We may have to do it again. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it.
All right. Let me get back up here. All right. This one may be interesting. So it says here, Biden at the Sheetz gas station, Trump at a bodega 24 hours apart. Yeah, with a little bit of people. Now let's get Yep. Yep. I know what you mean, bro. I know what you mean. But yeah. All right. So let's see. This one I got from.
In the girl
I'm
herself.
almost done with my
Today,
bookmarking what
we
I got.
heard Trump react audibly and start gesturing in the direction of the juror. This was a juror who was brought in for individual questioning to be asked about a post on social media, a video showing a type of celebration. The juror was questioned. Trump's lawyers believe that this was an anti-Trump event. It was around the 2020 election, which Trump lost to Joe Biden. And the juror said that she was just filming a New York celebration in the streets.
Steven
The
Schiff
judge
should not be
saying
playing
that
both sides,
he believed
bro.
this juror could be fair. He said he looked her in the eye and thought
he should be
she could
playing
be
on the
fair
right
and impartial
side.
despite posting this video. So he refused to excuse her for cause. But, you know, this is just day 2 of this trial, and we're already seeing the former president react herself. I mean, today we heard Trump react audibly.
I need to look for that thing. I thought I had it when Alina Habba was talking to Benny Johnson. This one is perfect. Black lives make America great again. I like this. This is well said. I like this. Now, I don't know if you saw this last night. This is from John Voight.
Bring back what was lost. We must bring back the safety of this great country. We must bring back our greatest achievements that once were blooming. My friends of all colors, all religions, all nations, we must remember given truth, one love under God. This life is full of injustice. This land of Israel is in danger. The land of the free, the USA, is in danger. Let us all come together and make these countries safe again. We must stop this war. We must stop this darkness, this negative plague that is lingering. How? Vote for the only president that could save these countries once and for all. Let all nations bloom. Let them shine. And my friends, the only way,
yeah, I know.
President Donald J. Trump, he and only
Tom H., what's going on, man?
Welcome
to my channel, bro. You missed a lot of what I was talking about. I'm sure you've been hearing what's been going on with Trump and with Mike Johnson, you know. And yeah, I'm in my bookmarks reading everything that what I've been getting, man. Because I always, like I said to you, Dom, I try to pick out what has been going on between D-Day Cobra, Benny Johnson, Terrence K. Williams. You know, everything, bro. And I put it together
and overrule
and make a discussion about it, bro.
Destroying our country, the USA.
John Boyd is a hell of a guy, bro. He is he's a true American, bro. John Boyd is a true American.
The soil of Moses, who said, "Let my people go." This evil must be wiped out, and the gift of life restored with harmony, with faith, with safety, with love. And this is God's promise. He who seeks truth, he who seeks this and prays, they all are the gift, the love of God, God's glory. God bless.
Hell yeah, John Voight. Hell yes. That is what we need. All right. Now, let me go look at Benny Johnson. I want to look for what he talked about. I got to find it. I got to look at that piece that he talked about. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right, let me get into Benny Johnson's article. All right, let me get into Benny Johnson's channel. I want to find this. I want to find this video that he talked about with Alina Habba, man. All right, this just came in from him. Let's see what he got. Let's see what we got here. This is starting from Fox.
Okay, now the judge came in, Juan Merchan. He took the bench. He greeted the parties, then realized there was no court reporter and said, quote, "That's not good." So while we await the counsel now at the bench, yesterday the court received a call from juror number 2 after sleeping on it overnight. And by the way, we're learning this for the first time you are at home, right? She apparently has concerns about being fair and balanced, and they're bringing her now in to be questioned. So for a moment there, like Monday looked like it was going to be sticky, right? Then Tuesday, everybody thought, whoa, this process could happen a lot smoother than we think. And then after having an off day yesterday, we'll see how they do today. But
well, look, good for her. For if she thinks that she can't be fair and she doesn't want to put herself or the defendant or the prosecution through it, maybe they should just go ahead and let her go. So they have more people they can choose from today. Again, they have to get to 18. So now they have 7, maybe 6.
Yes.
If we're doing the math.
And it's only 9:32 in the morning. The court's only been underway for 2 minutes.
And we don't have a court reporter. And anyway, here, we will keep an eye.
I used to like Fox News, to be honest. It's a mediocre channel. The reason why I don't like what's going on with them, because they conceded into not pushing that the election was rigged. That's why I don't like Fox anymore. Because of that, bro, they betrayed a lot of us in this country. All right, but let's see if I can find the Alina Habba one. All right. Yeah, this is in California. Come on, where is it? I thought I did thought I got that article, bro. Death to America. That's good. Yeah, going against the state of Pennsylvania. Wait, how did that go? Let's see what he did, bro. Let's see. Let me look. I'm gonna look at this real quick. You know, it would be so funny if they decided not to give any food to him. No, nobody cared about him, bro. You know, I would laugh my ass off if anyone in that cash register did not give him shit. It would be so funny. But you know what, bro? They're fools. I've had enough. I think you guys had enough. Let's move. Let's move on. Let's find Alina Habba. We gotta find that. We gotta find that article. So let me see here, bro. Got to find that. I swear I wish I got it. It is around here somewhere. I know it's around here somewhere. Man. Yeah, we know about the cover-up. Damn, dude. You know, I wish I can find that article, bro. I can find that piece. Yeah, this is Vivek talking about that he wanted to debate with Kamala Harris. So let's take a look at this.
Kamala Harris is literally the person in the United States of America who is in charge of AI policy. Right. And I'm quite certain the woman cannot spell AI. Yes. So.
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. So if we have one superpower on this program, it's that we are super noticers. We pay attention to the political, breaking news, online ecosystem space, and it makes us really, really good at sort of locking in the greater overall trends of what's going on. Lucky for us, we have a lot of friends who actually are massive influencers in those spaces. Vivek Ramaswamy is one of them, and at a live event that we did with Vivek just a few weeks ago, I could barely get a word in edgewise, not because he talks too much at all. Actually, it's very interesting to listen to Vivek talk, but because everyone kept chanting VP at him. The crowd of 500 people at a local brewery in South Carolina was chanting VP the entire time.
A lot of people think Vivek may be the VIP for the pick.
The people wanted Vivek to be Donald Trump's VP.
He could
now,
be,
this
but
is not
I mean,
a
right
new
now,
phenomenon. In fact,
he hasn't announced it yet. But I wonder if Trump will probably announce it. Probably in it'll probably most likely be in the middle of the month, middle of the year, man. Maybe in August or September. 2 months away.
And
so we'll see.
And since then, you can see the two of them. You see the two of them talking. Donald Trump, very impressed. The Vivek Ramaswamy, 2 thumbs up, right? Look at that. Looks like a ticket, doesn't it? 2 thumbs up. Since then, the two have walked into Mar-a-Lago together. Look at this. Vivek and his wife Apoorva with Melania, who needs no introduction, and Donald Trump. In one of Melania's first appearances back on the proverbial campaign trail. At this event, of course, which was star-studded, Vivek was welcomed on stage by Donald Trump. Even after Donald Trump was doing a little dance, feels a little VP-ish to me, said one user on social media, with Vivek Ramaswamy being introduced by Trump and Trump sort of doing the like the point to Vivek, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't
there
think
have been varying
you pick him,
reports
bro.
of people saying, hey, Vivek's
You know,
going to be
there-
this or he's going to be that in the administration. Just last week,
But I haven't
Donald
heard
Trump
anything. I
told
haven't not
Vivek
heard
Ramaswamy,
nothing of what
we need to win.
I haven't heard anything yet of what is going on with that part. I haven't heard nothing. I've been looking around in Twitter, been looking around in other news networks. They haven't said a word about it. But we'll see, bro. I mean, we'll see.
We better win Vivek.
Vivek is young.
We've
I
got
will
to
say
win
this: he is
Vivek,
young,
as though they're
but he's got a lot to
on the
learn.
team. I guess they're both
because
Republicans.
it's
They've been running
like,
for president, so they're
so
kind
for
of on that
example,
team together. But they're
in
also
my
on
job,
a team that is
you have a regular agent that became
raising
a lead, and then from a lead
$50
became a
million,
supervisor, and then from a supervisor became a
the
manager.
most ever
People
raised
can change
by any political candidate ever
because of their
or
perspective,
Democrat.
what they see.
Vivek was on the invitation, actually. To
So-
this event. We've been covering this event.
So if Vivek were to get into that
quite
role of
exclusively
VP or
because
whatever,
it doubled the amount that was raised by
yeah, I
three
agree. I agree,
past
bro.
Democrat
John.
presidents.
I do agree with that.
Rough.
He does
They're all
need to pick his VP ASAP.
A life of evil.
But right now, I mean,
Vivek Ramaswamy, you can see him
it
right
is
there.
a cho-
on
it-
the
this could be tough.
invitation.
Because remember,
So
he's
it's
got to
very
make
interesting,
sure that the VP
right?
he picks
When
is going
Vivek
to
gets
last
asked
8 years.
about being
Gotta
Donald
make
Trump's
sure-
VP, he says, "Hey, I'm going to support
Get
whatever
the right
decision he
guy
makes."
or the
Success
right
is unifying.
woman
That's our
for the
message.
job. He's got
Success
to make
is
sure.
our vengeance.
Because if somehow after
Vivek was
4
also
years that
asked
Trump
about
leaves and
potentially
this
being Donald
VP that he
Trump's VP,
picks screws
and
up,
he said he looks forward to debating Kamala Harris.
what are
I'll
we
be sure
going to
to
do?
face off with her on it, Vivek said. And this caused a lot of people
We'll be
to
back
say,
to Dan.
oh,
We'll be
well,
back
when would
to
you debate
ground
Kamala
zero
Harris?
again.
Debating, I don't think anyone, but be
But
good just to say,
we're gonna
why
see, bro.
shouldn't
We
George
gotta see.
Washington be banned? If you're going to take all these other names off, all these statues down, why should Washington still be around as any figure we revere, given his slave-holding past?
I'll file that away, Laura, and I'm looking forward to hearing Kamala's answer. I don't expect it to be super coherent, but I'll be sure to face off with her on it.
All right.
I'll be sure to face off with her on it. The only time that Vivek Ramaswamy would presumably be able to face off with Kamala Harris is on a debate stage, and whew, hot damn would we ever look forward to that. Now, Vivek was on a very different stage last night at Fox News Studios in New York, the Greg Gutfeld show, but he was, again, asked in a segment about Kamala Harris what he would say to her in a debate.
See if I can get it on.
And his answer did not disappoint. Here's the full setup.
I got to ask you,
I'm gonna
because
find
you're a
it.
persuader.
Maybe it'd be better if I find it on YouTube.
How
and I'll
would you
post it on
allay
YouTube.
somebody's fears if you were, and I'm not talking about a phony person, but a person who actually believes this?
Yeah, look, I think that, let's take her at her word. She's really worried this is going to be the last election we're going to have. Well, you know what? Never in American history have we had a party in power that has tried to remove their opposition from the ballot. So you know what? I am a little bit worried that this could be the last Democratic election we have. Never in our history have we had a president in power that's using the powers of prosecution against the very guy who's running against him. So you know what? Maybe I do agree. Maybe I am worried that this could be our last Democratic election. See, Kamala Harris, when she's saying she met with 150 plus world leaders, I was actually surprised. I didn't know she could count that high. And this woman, take it seriously. She's in charge. You brought up AI. Kamala Harris is literally the person in the United States of America who is in charge of AI policy.
Right.
And I'm quite certain the woman cannot spell AI.
Yes.
So in her case, I don't think she's worried this is going to be the last election America has. I think she's afraid this is the last election that she's going to have. And I think that's really what's on her mind. And God bless this country.
I hope you get to debate her. That's all I have to say.
Well, we will have some fun with that whenever that day comes. I'll tell you that.
Ooh, broke some news here. He's the new VP. No, I'm kidding.
50 years from now.
Yeah. All right, up next, did Avenatti speak?
Okay, whoa. All right, so there you have
So
it.
I gotta. Okay.
Once again, and look at the crack of the smile, some people
All right, you guys give me a minute.
have
I'm gonna find it
speculated
right
that
now.
Vivek is
I'm
not
gonna
going to
go
be VP.
into YouTube.
But
I found it
then
on my
again,
phone.
I've seen some
Let me
major
see if I can
polling
get it on
from
the
some very
YouTube.
interested parties that are quite
I'm gonna
close to
find
President
it
Trump
right now.
that proves that actually he'd be the best nominee to be a VP. So we'll see, right? We've barked up that tree and we've asked our sources, and you know what they say? Nothing's been decided yet, and that Donald Trump feels the energy of the moment and the time, the place. And he has not picked anyone yet, and he's doing these groundbreaking fundraisers with Vivek. He's welcoming him on stage, and Vivek is making comments like this. I look forward to facing off with Kamala Harris in a debate and making fun of her,
There it is.
and actually getting in some good zingers there. He continued to make fun of Democrats and their persecutions of Donald Trump, And on a more serious,
unlikely buddy friendship developing now that Trump has thanked him. Could they do a show together at some point?
Well, you know, the show would be on MSNBC. It would actually more than triple their viewership. I'll tell you this, if you're MSNBC, I just want to pick up on Tyrus's point.
Perfect.
Think about it. The best legal analyst you can get
All right, I got
is a lawyer
let's
who
finish
ended
this
up
up.
behind bars. Right now, if you think about this, that's a pretty big slap in the face to Ronna McDaniel. Okay?
Yeah.
Ronna and I have had our differences, but at least she's not making calls from the prison payphone.
That is true.
And I do think
Now,
that
I'm gonna
this guy
finish
has
this
been
up
exploited, but at the
and
same
get out of
time,
Twitter, and then I'm gonna
irrespective
go
of this
towards,
man, he makes an obvious
YouTube.
point in this country. It's
I'm
amazing
gonna
how your
finish
view
this
of fair
up right
trial
here,
changes
bro.
when you're on the other side of some prison
All right,
bars.
so let me
but the
get back to
reality
the
is, the whole
chat
point of
page.
Donald Trump's
All
trials
right,
is
here
not
we
that they
go.
were supposed to be fair. They were designed to be unfair from the get-go.
man,
So
this-
if you view this as some kind of technical failure, you wonder what's going on. If you realize this was the point, this is exactly the system working as it should. It has an immune system to one man trying to do everything in their power to keep him out of the White House. And the more they do it, the more people in this country
Anyways, this is my
say
first
hell no
time
to that
doing
type
a
of lawfare,
scheduled stream.
and that we, the people, get to decide who
This
runs
is my
the country.
first time
There you
doing
go.
scheduled
Good
streaming
point.
service.
getting good.
So that way,
reactions
everybody
there
would
on
know
Gutfeld's
what's
show.
going on
Obviously
when I was going to
the
go live and
highest-
everything.
I
So I'm
believe
hoping
it's
it
the highest
works with
rated
success.
late-night television
I'm hoping
show.
it does, but I see so far
And good
that
on
you
Greg
guys came
Gutfeld.
in.
We like Greg Gutfeld quite a bit.
But let's see
This is
how this
possibly
works out
our
when it
favorite
comes to
segment
timing.
when he had Vivek on.
You know?
Vivek, the guy is amazing to actually get 50 women to agree on something.
That's funny. You're focused
can't
on the
wait to
50
get
women.
a-
I'm
you know,
focused on the 2.6 million,
Yeah.
which is, you know what?
Damn,
in this
man.
era of defamation, if it's E. Jean Carroll, why not go for 83 million? You
Yeah,
know?
that's
this
true.
guy's going for 2.6. If you're going to do it, you're going to sue the defamation case, you might as well do it right. And I think that these defamation cases actually gotten out of control. I mean, 86 million here, 83 there, 450 million there. I think we need some reform to the system. So I'm an advocate for tort reform. But if this were the case, it'd be a weird case to cause it. But if it's this, I'll still be the one to take it.
I might just sue you for defamation. Can't hurt. The guy is loaded.
Well, if I get sued, Greg, I'm coming for you right now after this. People like,
So, I mean, this is like the raconteur. This is like the human element of all of it. Him laughing, him being self-deprecating, and making kind of a joke out of our current modern day politics, which is very much a joke. And so I think it's encouraging, and I think it's inspiring, and I think it's good for the country, obviously. And am I in favor of Vivek being vice president? I mean, I don't know, man. Looks like a pretty awesome ticket. Looks like a pretty awesome ticket to me. Look at these. Look at them. They clearly like each other. The major argument for Vivek is that he would pull in young people, he would pull in first-generation immigrants, and he would pull in independents. That's the major argument for Vivek, and that obviously aligns very nicely with some of the major trends that we're seeing electorally, which is Joe Biden, of course, collapsing with minorities, collapsing with the youth, why Donald Trump is gaining ground with youth voters. Joe Biden falls behind Donald Trump with youth voters. Young voters are more concerned with the economy. That's bad for Biden. Donald Trump beats Joe Biden among young voters. Picking somebody like Vivek would be very much a feather in your cap and a big vote of confidence for young people who really tend to like gravitate towards Vivek's viewpoints and his energy. Just a thought on that. All right. It's your boy Benny. Who do you want to be Donald Trump's VP? Let me know in the comment section. See ya.
All right.
Kamala Harris.
All right, let's go back. All right, let's do this now. Let's take this down. All right, I need to adjust this. Because I got it on the short window, so I'm going to try and see if I can expand it. All right. That's perfect. Just a little adjustment there. And perfect. All right. So let us see this interview with Alina Habba.
Why does she always look like she's running in slow-mo? She always looks wet, but not too wet.
Right. She's the reason I believe in God.
Alina, thank you for being on the program today. A dark day for justice in America. Yeah. We've detailed, of course, the absurdities of just bringing this case. You really are rattling around the bottom of the barrel when the Biden DOJ, the SEC, and the former Manhattan District Attorney said, this is a trash case, we're not bringing it.
Right. Yeah, it's called desperation. So they've been looking at this for so many years, and 7, I believe, actually. And they decided not to bring this case. And then the president decided to run for office again. And somehow an indictment came running on down. So, you know, I plan for the next 6 weeks to truly just be spitting the truth and giving people facts that they may not be hearing while he's in court. Obviously, you know, being a...
How many of you guys, let me ask you this question, and I'm going to put this out. How many of you guys, I mean, because I've said this earlier, but for you two, how do you guys believe that, let's just say in the act of God, that if somehow the far left cheated again and won the election, do you think they will arrest Donald Trump if he didn't get elected? What do you guys think? To me, I guarantee you that they'll drop this. Like, if Trump does not win the election, they'll drop the case. Because they had their chance in 2021. They had their chance to arrest the man for all these false charges and everything, but they didn't. Do you think that if Trump did not win the election of this year's election, do you think they would try to arrest him? What do you guys think of that? I think they won't. I think they won't charge him. I think they won't put him in jail. They'll just wait for another 4 years, which by that time he'll be too old.
Type A person. I wish I was a criminal attorney, but I'm not. But the great news is that then I can do this and let everybody know what's actually happening. So this is the ultimate sham of a case. The fact that a president is now being criminally tried, who's, you know, President Biden's leading competitor, is the state of our country. And it's a really sad day. It's a really sad day.
So there are so many different ways to go at this, but let's just start with the kind of overt visual abomination of this case, which is the judge's daughter has Donald Trump in prison as her avatar. In what universe does somebody who makes tens of millions of dollars donating to put Donald Trump in jail, plus has the avatar of Donald Trump in jail?
I'll probably post it on another video. I'll probably do it on another video.
I would do anything
to make a review
for
on
my
it.
little daughters. I just had a daughter that turned 2 this weekend.
Keep that in mind.
And so I'd do anything for them. In what universe does anybody expect a fair trial here when you can literally see that this is the fetish to put Trump in prison?
So, you know, the truth is it's worse than that. So in New York, which is different than most states, there's actually a law against judges working on a trial where they or somebody in their 6 degrees of separation, and his daughter being an immediate, obviously, relation, has any interest financially. His daughter, and what we do know is his daughter does work with this company that does the branding, the advertising for people like Chuck Schumer. And when he profits through the advertising and those types of things. And it's really disturbing to me because if the case is lost, it actually financially disincentivizes the judge for his daughter. So you're not supposed to sit on a bench when you have any sort of motivation that's not completely unbiased. You should have no motivation other than to apply laws and facts and hold people accountable that need to be and release people who have been wrongfully persecuted and prosecuted. And we do know that there's affiliations there with his daughter. We've filed motions to recuse. The team has filed motions to recuse. They have failed to recuse. He has failed to recuse himself. There's frankly not a judge that I've sat in front of who doesn't have a disdain for President Trump, who has recused. And it's a shame because the recusal process is flawed in itself. The judge himself decides whether he can or cannot sit for the trial and be impartial. Tell me one person, for instance, me, who wouldn't love to just go do a trial against Chuck Schumer. I would love to, but that doesn't mean that I should. Okay, and that's where this is. And unfortunately, this trial is proceeding today in front of this judge, Judge Merchan, who, by the way, also put Alan Weisselberg in jail not once but twice, the CFO of the Trump Organization, who's also Steve Bannon's judge. We are seeing the most corruption in the state of New York, across the country, frankly, with these DAs and AGs, and then it permeates in the court system, which is supposed to be where you get to go in and put your case on. And I'm concerned. I really am. I know what New York juries are like. I know that you're in a blue state. They do that on purpose. That's why we're in Georgia. That's why we're in Washington. That's why we're in these states. And I don't know, Benny. I'm concerned, and I've always say this, but I've lost faith in our judicial system, to be honest.
Yeah, we sort of began the show by talking about show trials in Soviet Russia. USSA is what Jack Posobiec now calls our current country and state of our judicial system, and how these show trials, I mean, the common line of the show trial was, show me the man, I'll show you the crime. It didn't matter because the judges and the evidence and the jury pool was all rigged, and you could effectively put, of course, Joseph Stalin's political enemies in jail, and he did that in mass. But then also, as soon as the political enemies were all run out, you go to the common citizen. The factory owner, the person who looked at Stalin the wrong way, the person who Stalin's never met, but just like tries to you got to keep power is fear, right? So you have to keep people fearful. And then that creates the Red Scare, which is pretty famous for putting millions of Russians in gulags. And so it does seem like the first step down that path here.
100%. It goes much deeper than that too. Creating fear among Americans, creating fear of war, creating fear of going to church, religious entities, and to feel that you have no faith, that fear is completely taking over your life. This is part of the brainwashing that they do, and you're seeing it. It's much like cult mentality, you know. And what we're seeing here is Russia type Banana Republic, Cuba stuff. This is not American. You know, he always says things, and I know he says it, and it gets played 100 times, but he really is standing in the way for us. And this is a demise like I've never imagined. I mean, a president used to be, you know, praised after whether you agreed with him or not. I remember Obama, you know, not my party, but I never had this disdain towards these presidents the way people have this anger. And I think that the truth is they know that he'll clean up and he'll get to the bottom of the truth, and they're worried that come November, if he's not put in jail, if he's not put away and taken care of in some way, then they are going to have to be held accountable. And there will be a deep dive. And we're going to look at, why did the January 6th committee delete evidence? We're going to look at things like that. And that frightens them because they've got a lot to hide.
Yeah, so this is what the rally in Pennsylvania looked like this past weekend. It's the biggest Trump rally we've seen in a very long time, and really just people as far as the eye can see. The camera angles can't cover it and show it. I mean, you're talking about a massive field in Pennsylvania with
I was in a Trump rally in Rome, Georgia.
Back, and it does seem like the president's message is winning. It does seem like Donald Trump's support of base is growing. He's up in all 7 swing states, and he's leading in demographics that nobody, you know, that Democrats have never lost to Republicans. And so, like young people, right, Latino support, and so on. Yeah. And so it does beg the question, like, what won't they do to stop this man? Will, you know, if these cases don't work, do you think there's something worse waiting for us?
Listen, I've heard people say he has to be careful that he doesn't get killed, you know. I mean, and I agree with that.
Is that a concern, like inside the Trump team?
I mean, look, I'm not going to breach his security or put him in jeopardy, but I think that we'd be naive not to think that that's a consideration. I get death threats. I mean, and I'm a spokeswoman, but I'm allowed.
I can imagine if let's just say that this trial thing does not work out, which it won't. If it doesn't work out, they may try to do an assassination attempt, bro. This is why, man, we are 7 months away from this election. And if should And if should anything happen to Donald Trump, bro, this country will go crazy. The people that supported Trump, either if you're MAGA or not, it will go chaotic. It would be crazy if anyone tried to assassinate him. This will get crazy, bro. This will get crazy in an instant, bro.
Loud one, and that upsets them. So, you know, the reality of the situation is we're in a very troubling time as a country. And for them, and I think that's why, by the way, the growth, that's why you see these Pennsylvania rallies, people coming out on a Saturday night, and instead of going to dinner with their friends, they would rather go to a rally and feel confident that this country is not going to completely fall apart for their children and their grandchildren. The growth I've seen personally, you know, people are always like, do people come up to you and I have never once had somebody come up to me. Never once in person. Now, there's of course trolls, but never once have I had somebody not come up to me and give me nothing but support. Thank me for fighting for the country with the president. Thank me for what I'm doing. The world is changing. Look at what happened in Georgia and that Chick-fil-A. You know, that woman said it all. They want us to hate you, but we don't. We love you, President Trump. And that's the truth. And that's why they're going after him so hard. Look, they hit him financially, Benny. They hit him with the women. They're trying to get the female vote with the Bergdorf case. They hit him with he's a fraud in his business with the Attorney General Letitia James case. Look what happened there. Then we go into the appellate division and they say, whoa, $475 plus interest plus what? Nah. Here's what you're going to pay, and we're going to actually let you have some due process, which was such a great win for our team. And then we inch closer. Now they're trying to pull criminal stuff from 7. He wasn't even there. Let's just start with basics. He was in the White House, Benny, when this was booked in the accounting records by some accountant in the Trump organization. Okay? There's something called, he wasn't even in the state, let alone in control of his company. He wasn't in control of the company at the time. But here we are on a criminal trial where they elevate a misdemeanor to a felony. This is what we're dealing with.
Donald Trump has said on Truth Social he'd be happy to run for president from prison, and he thinks it'd make him Nelson Mandela. Yeah. And I wonder what your thoughts are on that.
He's told me that. Yeah, he's told me that. He said it's like Nelson Mandela. You know, he's not wrong. The one time he said it to me actually was I was in court, and I remember him saying the same thing. And, you know, he says that, and he means it. I think he is the victim of political prosecution, and selective prosecution is what we call it legally. And, you know, that's when you target somebody because you don't like what they stand for, or you target them because they're your opponent in some regard or a threat to you. And that is what is happening. How can you say it's not? The fact that this particular case was not brought, Benny, and then he decides to run and they bring it. There's a book of a prosecutor who worked in a firm that works with the Clintons and the DNC. There is a book by that prosecutor who has left his law firm to go work for the DA just to bring this case. And when they wouldn't bring it and rush a trial for this month before November, I've had cases sitting in New York for 3 years that have not had motions heard. 3 years. Wow. No motions heard. But these cases somehow get fast-tracked. It's crazy.
What's your over-under on the jury pool here? Because these juries are absolutely ratchet. And, yeah, and I just don't have a lot of hope. And the reason why, so no legal expert here, but we've just been covering OJ's death. And there were all these jurors in OJ's death that have now come forward. They're very old, and they're saying, "No, we knew he killed everyone.
But they like Al Sharpton or whoever it was.
Right, that's right. I mean, they're now admitting it. We just made sure he wouldn't go to jail because racism or something, right? Like because we just didn't care. We wanted to protect him and destroy this person's life, right? Protect this person and destroy this person's life. And if you're gonna go to trial in New York, I mean, what are the chances of that with Trump?
You know what happened to me. So, you know, the truth is these jurors are human beings. They have biases. And what was troubling in this case is that while we're doing jury selection starting today, one of the things that the judge here, Judge Rochon, would not allow us to ask was
For
whether
Trump.
or not they voted for a Republican or a Democrat, whether or not they voted for President Trump, whether or not they work for the Biden administration. You know, there's people that when I was doing the jury selection in the Carroll case, were working currently for the Biden campaign. And I didn't want those people sitting on a jury for President
What?
Trump. And but you have the right to ask those questions. Now, this judge has eliminated many of those questions. You're not allowed to ask who they voted for. You can ask what news they watch. But I watch CNN and I watch Fox because I like to know what my opposition's saying. So it doesn't tell you what the status is. Now, when you're sitting with a president and a current nominee for the GOP.
That's why you've got so much corruption. You've got so much corruption, and it's not even fair, bro. They won't even make it a fair trial, dude. And you know, it's just plain bullshit.
And you can't ask how you vote. You're shot in the foot right there. And you're in New York, which is a predominantly blue state. So, you know, that hindrance in itself is problematic just from the get-go.
I just want to really pin, I know we're short of time, but I really want to pin this down. You're telling me that the judge would allow somebody who's actively working for Joe Biden's presidential campaign to be on this jury pool?
Yeah.
Well, that
I think
happened
the video
to
was
me.
starting to freeze
of
up on me, guys.
Of course.
So,
I had arguments with the judge about it and saying,
yeah,
you know,
that's
I
why
wanted
I'm
this
trying to
person
keep
out
an
and I
eye
got
on it
them
and make
off
sure that
the jury pool. But it was tough. The judge said, well, if you, I will never forget it. You know, if you'd have it your way, you'd have all Republicans. I said, well, his lawyer, of course. You know, I mean, that's my job as a lawyer is to make sure that I get the absolute best jury pool I'm going to get. And by the way, don't think that the DA team isn't going to do the exact same thing. They're going to try and get the best jury pool they can. And in New York, for them, it's going to be much easier.
Yes. Final question for you. Donald Trump goes ahead and wins in 2024, right? Too big to rig. Donald Trump wins. He would obviously lean pretty heavily upon you for legal advice and restructuring advice and so forth. What would you advise Donald Trump, given everything that he's gone through legally? You, of course, have been, in the arena, so to speak, in all of these battles. What would you advise to ensure that this never happens again?
Oh, God. Ugh.
You know, I'm not a vindictive person. I'm a person of faith. So for me, I believe that I
don't know if you guys are still there, or you might as well be left already. You know,
officials
sometimes I wish the chat page would let me know, like anyone else would know, that if either you left or anyone else left. But I mean, it's fine if you guys had to leave, bro. I know you guys probably have activities to do, bro.
I would stop the special
I'm getting ready to get out too because I got activities I got to do.
Law firms coming over
I'm
from
gonna end this-
Democrat-based law
I'm gonna
firms
end this
to
with
investigate
this, and then that'll be it.
and target people and then go back. And I'm saying that for both sides of the coin. I think it's un-American.
And
I
I'll
think
do
we
that,
need to do things the right way.
trailer video
And
for Transformers
until
1 later.
one side does it, we're never going to do it. And one has to back down. And that might be the Republican Party. But I can tell you that doesn't mean we're weak. That means we're strong. We have to instill the Constitution. That's it. It has to be about the Constitution, not who you are, not who you vote for, the Constitution and you being an American citizen. And if you are an American citizen, if you're here legally, if you're here the right way, and you're here with a visa and you do all the things you're supposed to do, then you are afforded those principal rights. Okay. That's what makes us not Cuba. So I would tell him, number one, I would fire the top of the DOJ. I would clean house up there. That would be the first thing I would do. I would stop all the unnecessary search, the FISA looking at that, for instance. I think that's a disgrace. I think that we have to look at why we're looking at people. You have a right to privacy. That's important to me. There's so many things, Benny, I don't even know where to start. But I would tell you that you have to clean house. We have to clean house. And we have to hold people accountable because the next administration needs to hold us accountable. And it needs to go on and on and on. That's how we have in America. It really is.
It's pretty remarkable. You just mentioned the DOJ. And lo and behold, on Friday news dump, the DOJ says, oh, yeah, Fani Willis has potentially committed horrible crimes by misuse of federal dollars. How bad is it when Joe Biden's DOJ says this about Fani Willis?
Well, be careful with that, right? Because I'm always thinking, why are they doing it? And are they doing it for show?
Well,
so they could say,
I'm going to cut this out right here because I got things I got to do. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, hit that like button. Share this video, post a comment below, and let me know what you guys think of this. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me. It'll mean a lot to my channel. And I hope to see you guys around. Dom H, Drunken Sailor, thank you for being in my show. And I will see you guys around.